A man responsible for an absolutely brutal crime spree sent to prison today. We're going to talk about him, but the story behind everything involved here lives on and is really important. Let me first show you the guy who was sentenced today. There he is. His name is Tariq Hall, headed to prison, 2 life sentences. He was caught on surveillance video, and we have some of those pictures for you as well. He brutally raped and murdered a 20-year-old DeKalb County woman who was 9 weeks pregnant. 7 days earlier, he raped another woman in her child's bedroom. He tried to do it to another woman, but a man with a gun thankfully stopped that one. Now, he met all of these women on a website called Backpage.com, and he met them all under the guise of purchasing sex after contacting them on this website. Well, Chris Hopper is with us tonight, and Chris is really focusing tonight on that website that gave this man access to these women. Chris, what can you tell us?
Vinny, this site is full of classified ads. The issue here, though, is some are quite a bit more unsavory than others. We're talking about ads soliciting sex, and they are easy to find on this site. The site has come under fire, though. There's federal legislation to shut it down. NBC actually investigated it earlier this year. Here's a portion of that story. Take a listen.
M.A.'s mom, Kubicki, had used the site Backpage.com to buy and sell couches and TVs, and then she found her missing 13-year-old daughter for sale.
It was the third link from the top. It had stars and hearts, and it said young and new. I clicked it, and there was the pictures of my daughter.
M.A. had been trafficked for sex for 9 months.
It's happening in every city and every town across America. That blew me away.
So I heard that tonight and we thought, is that really happening here in Metro Atlanta as well? So with that in mind, we took our questions about Backpage.com to Cobb County Assistant DA Chuck Boring. How do girls end up on this site if they're not doing it themselves? How do they end up here in this situation?
A lot of times what we'll see is we have somebody who, if it's an underage girl or somebody that's a victim, they may get involved with the person who knows this game, and once they've gotten emotionally, physically involved with them or monetarily involved with them, however.
So they kind of get caught up in this, really.
Yes.
And into a situation they never probably imagined being in.
Absolutely. I really think they have no idea the reality of this until they get into it.
As a prosecutor, somebody in the legal world, how difficult is it to go up against something like this, like Backpage.com? Once
you find a way to try to stop it, they find a way to get around it.
Now, there are lawmakers who are fighting this. Earlier this year, Ohio Senator Rob Portman introduced the Stop Enabling Sex Traffickers Act. It's aimed at Backpage.com, but it's very complicated, and some critics say it could go a bit too far and possibly censoring other sites. So still a long way to go there. It's certainly a very sensitive issue, Vinny.
Absolutely, and I understand the frustration. Being a former prosecutor myself, yeah. I know where Chuck's coming from. Yeah, Thanks so much, Chris. Sure. Great reporting.